You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
Hey everybody, welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. I'm Armando Torres, and joining me today is no one. It's
what are you doing?
Hey guys.
Hey.
Here. This is our podcast.
No, this is my podcast.
Look,
our
our faces are on the wall.
Well,
Do you see our faces on the wall?
I'm seeing it in the thing. Well, mine and Ryan's face is on the wall.
Hey, also to be clear, your name and face is on the wall too.
Is it Armando got? Does it say beamed up? Beamed up. All right, I was about to have a.
Our intern drew this.
Well, Armando got beamed up by a spaceship. He's gone forever now.
He's go forever now.
I think that's off screen.
Also, there was
on
no
the video.
art direction for this.
No,
so
I like
she
it.
took that
It was,
liberty.
here's a marker. Make something behind us.
Yeah, today I'm joined by Lindsay Washburn
Hi, everybody.
and Ryan Haley.
Hi, everyone.
We're your co-hosts. This is the Funhaus Podcast, and we're here with Armando Torres.
Wow, I liked mine better, but
And
Well-
you're our guest, not
And
the other
well-
way
You are
around.
our guest.
no, I just took
Or-
a break.
Or no, you know, take break. You sit here, be our guest, like they sing in the movie.
What movie?
Beauty and the
The
Beast.
Be
Oh.
our guest, be our guest.
I forgot
Put
Copyright
our
strikes, don't
service
do
to
it.
the test.
I forgot that
Yeah,
the
I'm
Beast
gonna
had
sing
an,
it so well that we're gonna get a copyright strike.
the Beast had an
I really
alt-right
just wanna hear
podcast
it.
on InfoWars.
So we're here to hang out, chat, have a good time. We have a lot to talk about. But Rick and Ryan want to have their day in their sun. Is that a saying? I don't know if that's
Their
a saying.
day in the sun.
Their day in the sun, their time to shine, and talk about their weekend because, I mean, I didn't do anything.
Well, this was
weekend.
Rick's idea.
You're wearing the
100%.
fucking t-shirt.
Ryan is wearing the
bought
t-shirt.
shirt,
you
know?
goblin.
Ryan, where were you this weekend?
We went to WrestleMania
We went to
2023. Hey, WrestleMania goes Hollywood. It was so
Dude,
fucking
that shit
cool.
was so sick.
Where
Badass as fuck.
was it at SoFi?
It was
Yeah,
at
it was
SoFi.
at SoFi.
Yeah.
It was
The
at
show was
SoFi
insane.
Stadium.
Yeah, Rick, and now you actually follow this stuff more
yeah.
than me, so we kind of got two probably different experiences. I mean, I am a tangential wrestling fan.
You're
you know?
like the kind of guy who will just go to like a wrestle show because it's just like, oh,
It's
crazy.
fun as fuck.
Yeah, it's like
but
something
I
to
don't
do.
know the people necessarily.
Yeah.
I have to kind of get recaps, which I love that they had like little videos recapping all the beef from
yeah.
the year.
They have to.
before some of them. So I'd be like, all right, I'm up to date. I know the stakes of the match now. So that was helpful. What do you
strike-
think, Rick? I'm sorry.
You strike me as somebody that would always stop to watch a fight, no matter what the venue is, like large or small. Who's a fan of the sport?
I'm a big fan of fake fights. I deplore real world violence. But this I.
What about this?
Ow!
Well,
Fuck.
between friends, I enjoy it,
Ah!
especially you two. Rick, what'd you think as a lifelong fan of wrestling?
Yo, that was honestly a bucket list item crossed off my list.
Hell yeah.
You know, WrestleMania was always the one event I always wanted to go to as a kid. And to do it at 36 and on top of that, be on the fucking floor
Yeah.
What?
doing it
Good seats, huh?
is fucking insane, dude. Like,
Now I was
absolutely
looking
insane.
on Ticketmaster or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and the floor tickets were in the thousands of dollars.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
So,
That's
So how
awesome.
much you paid, or did you get a deal?
oh, baby, I got a deal.
I was gonna say he does not make that
Baby,
kind of money.
Baby, I got a deal. Like, I can't say on camera how good of a deal I got, but I'll tell y'all afterwards.
There's nothing illegal about it. He's just like, they'll come for
No,
me.
he's been
No.
saving since he was 5 years old for those tickets. So
yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was honestly the craziest experience of my life. It was.
What was the fight? What was your favorite match and everything? Tell the people the highlights.
My highlight was absolutely Snoop Dogg coming in clutch.
A non-wrestler.
A non-wrestler coming in clutch and saving pretty much that entire segment when Shane McMahon blew out his knee and Snoop Dogg just came to the rescue. I actually have video of that. You guys want to see it?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
he actually blew out his knee.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100% blew
I
out
did
his
not
knee.
see.
Was
I did
Snoop
not.
Dogg planned to come out?
Well, the whole thing was really confusing because it looked like I'm like, wow, did he just trip actually, or did he? Is this a really good acting job? And then, but when Snoop Dogg came in, I was like, oh well, this must have been planned, and because there's no way that Snoop Dogg just came in so smooth and started improving basically, and then won this match. But apparently he did. Yeah, the guy
so-
like tore his quads or something.
Yeah, so Shane McMahon came into the rescue or showed up for the segment. Crowd popped huge, except for me. I booed the shit out of him.
Yeah, fuck Shane McMahon.
Yeah, fuck Shane McMahon.
Does he still have the same song?
Same song, everything.
Guy.
Booed the shit out of him. But he's came in, thought he could still do what he did, and this is pretty much what happened. Enjoy.
This is for everybody who didn't watch it live, I guess.
Or at all.
For our
Like,
So
audio
wait, are we
listeners-
gonna
Oh.
see somebody hurt themselves?
He just
Yeah,
did.
he just
Oh, I
did.
just did.
Yeah.
For our audio listeners, Shane McMahon jumps over him and then he totally falls to the ground.
And then
That's
I just
crazy.
immediately start talking shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of visible mullets.
Also, yeah, it's kind of hard. When
Rick
does
is like 30 yards from the ring. He's talking shit.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
The Miz is running around.
The Miz.
That's the Miz?
That's the Miz.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Snoop Dogg just came in and punched him in the fucking face.
Yep, Snoop Dogg.
By
punched him in the face.
God.
Pretty cool.
The Miz is the guy who was on The Real World, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He also had a talk show that he used to do in the ring, and it was the worst segment they had ever did on SmackDown.
Wow.
He was pretty good this weekend. Him and Snoop Dogg.
I'm sure he
had
was.
a funny rapport.
So did Snoop Dogg also come out on the night before?
Look
on
at this.
Saturday?
Oh, boom! Snoop Dogg just
Yeah,
leveled
he was
him.
the host of The Weekend with The Miz.
Yeah,
Or on Saturday night?
Yeah, Saturday also.
Both
Oh,
nights.
cool.
Well, it looks like now they're fighting over control of the show.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Well, the Snoop Dogg declared a match official between The Miz and podcaster Pat McAfee.
Okay. Don't know. But okay.
Well, that was actually one of the people I did know was Pat McAfee. I'm like, is that Pat McAfee? What the fuck is he doing here?
That's the son of the McAfee.
is that them? Who are they
I didn't
moving
realize he
out
actually
in the
had a
bottom
wrestling contract.
on the side?
That was Shane McMahon who blew out his knee.
Okay, so they're
Yeah,
they
so
like
they're catering to him right
Yeah,
now.
so
Oh.
Snoop Dogg just throws his glasses into
Oh,
the
shit.
into the
Somebody's
ring,
got
and then does the suck it motion, and then
Yeah.
does a really sweet
Not really sweet.
coast to coast, but like going 2 miles an hour.
Nah, that's a people's elbow, Ryan.
Okay,
Come
whatever.
on.
I don't.
I
Well, no,
mean-
I meant like.
And then
He's
watch.
old.
Mondo, you're going to enjoy this. Watch. He starts crip walking on
Oh,
him.
Then he
shit.
crip walks on his corpse.
God damn.
What is it
Rick's
called
just
when
screaming.
they run
All
back
right.
and forth from side to side?
That's an Irish whip.
An Irish whip.
Or he's running the ropes.
Well, then what's a coast to coast?
Coast to coast is when one person is on one side of the turnbuckle, pretty much sitting down, like dazed, and the aggressor, the attacker, goes on the opposite end, jumps up, leaps, and like connects. So
Okay.
he's essentially traveling 20 feet from the air to like a destination.
Yeah.
All right,
Pretty good
well.
dude.
wow.
Snoop Dogg did not do that.
Yeah, all right.
Well, now
And-
show my angle of
Yeah,
what
let's check
you
out
saw.
Ryan's.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
whole
Ryan's
You have
perspective.
you have a clip
You
too.
can at least just see where I was.
Oh my God.
This is, I think, night 2.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm actually, I know it's definitely farther back than Rick's,
Make it
but
big.
I'm
But you
considerably
can
closer
zoom in.
up
There you
than
go.
the people on like the 5 and the 4 and
Wow.
the 3 levels. I'm
Sure.
the second level.
Oh, you
here.
could probably see Rick in the
Yeah,
video.
let's try to find me.
Yeah, find Rick.
Let's try to
He's
find
in
me.
the
pause
bottom.
it.
He's in the bottom left.
I'm gonna be bottom left
What
somewhere.
color shirt you were wearing?
I was wearing a maroon Bruce Lee hoodie.
Well, I'm not gonna maroon. Oh, the
Yeah.
hoodie that
He
you were
just threw
wearing
the
this
glasses
morning.
Oh,
again.
I just realized that
He did the suck it
Snoop
thing.
telegraphed everything he was going to do to the Miz on the ground.
Here was his Irish crossbow or whatever.
Bah! It's Irish
It's a
whip.
people's elbow.
Oh, pause
Ryan.
it.
Come on.
Do
Yeah,
we see
and
Rick?
Pause it.
Let's see.
Are you further back than that, or
I would
Look for a
be-
mullet and a guy with a tramp stamp on the back of his
Yeah,
neck.
it would be like somewhere right here, I think.
Okay.
Right.
I think that
don't know.
triangle
Well-
holding
I
their
don't know if you
hands up
can.
is you.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
And
So your seats at WrestleMania compared to your seats at the Super Bowl, which was closer?
Well, the funny part is that I didn't have actual seats for either night. All right, that was a whole story in and of itself. Where the first night I went with two of my friends, right, and we got SRO, standing room only tickets for $50, right, and but then we ended up doing the normal thing where you go and just find some empty row, and then we found on like the third level, and luckily no one ever came and got us out of it the whole day.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. $50 third level seats. But then the next night, well, we microdosed a little bit of acid during this, okay? And so the next day I'm like, let's go again. Let's go. It's night 2. It's going to be even bigger. And everyone's like, fuck no. There's no way I'm doing any of that again. And I kind of was the same way. I woke up at like 2, the next day. I'm like, can I do this again? I'm like, all right, it's WrestleMania. Let's fucking go. And I'm like, I message you. You don't return
Well,
my text.
You had a chance to go.
WrestleMania.
No.
You should have went.
I was deep in the edit for. You guys have announced
Likely
it, right?
story.
The new thing. I was editing. I was working on that, and then I didn't see until after I was done that I got a text message from Ryan that just said WrestleMania with me. That's it. And he also didn't tell me that it would be standing room only. So essentially cursing me to stand up for what?
Well, no,
6-8 hours.
Nah, it was only 4 hours.
We would have found empty seats.
Did you get anybody else to go with you?
No, the second night I went alone.
Did you ask anybody else or
I,
just Mondo?
No, I asked a few people, but no one wants to. That's a big ask to say, hey, you want to go drop a bunch of money to go see WrestleMania?
Oh, so you weren't even going to pay for me to do it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, I thought maybe you already had tickets. And
Yes.
No, that's the funniest part. I had 0 tickets. I was, but similar. I had no tickets.
You had no
yeah,
tickets,
wait,
and
so
then you were
how-
like,
how
I'm
are
going to
you-
go again.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't want to waste a ticket, and you're like, I gotta go again.
This is the funny part of the story is that I had no tickets, but I'm like, just knowing sporting events, like if you go there, you can either on Ticketmaster or something find a cheap ticket last minute because people don't want to waste their ticket and want to get a little bit of money for it, or you can go up to scalpers, which there are way more in the south by the way, right? So I found 2 scalpers. I ended up going to Sofi. I found 2 scalpers, but the fucked up part of these scalpers, no one actually wanted to sell me a ticket less than like $250.
Yeah.
And I was just walking around with $60 going, anybody? I need $60 here in cash right in front of you.
Wow.
And then some dude goes, okay, I can get you in for 80. I'm like, I'll do it. All right, let's go. But then his way of doing it, I probably shouldn't even be saying this on the thing, but
you
I'm going
probably-
to anyway.
okay.
There's a lot that
It's
you
not like
shouldn't
we
have
know
said
it's-
already.
yeah, maybe it's
But he's talking to somebody on the phone, and he's talking to 2 of the people that take tickets, and he's like, "Okay, I got a couple of people here." He has this whole operation where this is completely illegal. That he just has 2 people on the inside, saying like, "Okay, I'm going to get one guy here," and then all of a sudden this dude and his 2 sons came up, and they go, "Okay, I got 4 of them. They're all going to come up." And they gave him money. He charged them $100 a piece, by the way. But then
Ryan got a deal.
So then all of a sudden he goes, "Okay, guys, go stand over here." So then he's talking to the guy. He's like, "Okay, you see these 4 people? They're the people. They just paid me the money. Let's go." So then he just tells me, he goes, "Go straight to that guy," and whatever. So I get there, and then the guy goes, "Take your phone out. Just act like you're scanning something. And then I scan it. I just take my phone. I'm like, "Yes." He goes, "Okay, thank you. Go by." And I just got in there, and I fucking never looked back. And so yeah, that's how I got into WrestleMania.
Hell yeah.
Dude. No, that's sick. That's super dope.
Yeah.
That's way better than my story. But fuck.
Where you paid money and got in a legal way.
Money too, but
That's that. Okay.
Wow.
I paid more money than the first night.
That's a little bit insane.
It was insane. So, but then
Wow.
because I was only one person, I got down to like the second level, the second
Sure.
night, and it was way easier. But it is weird to go to WrestleMania by yourself.
Nah,
You
absolutely.
couldn't go
No.
to find the suite of all of our friends or whatever.
They paid like $1 million for those.
Oh, I don't know how much
And
all
but
the
it was
tickets
funny
are.
because that is kind of what every once in a while I would be on a text chain with Elise and James and Rick, and
Yeah.
we'd be
Yeah, I'm sorry,
our
Ryan.
own commentary.
I couldn't. Down on the floor, I wasn't getting any reception. So I'm sorry I was super late to those conversations.
no, that's okay.
I'm sorry. There's like no
Down on
reception.
You don't have to
down there.
apologize for that.
No, when you
Down in
There's
the
no-
field, there's no
Down on the field, there's
reception.
no reception, dude. I'm sorry.
yeah, so the players can't text
Yeah, so-
when they're down there.
Well, thank you for regaling us with your WrestleMania stories. And,
Yeah.
and
But yeah, to me,
what
highlights
else?
of the night or the whole weekend was like I like the first night was John Cena was
Of course.
was
Okay.
beginning. He was hilarious.
I
The
know.
Brock Lesnar fight was pretty cool.
Is he back? He's back to fake fighting now.
He's back to
Yeah.
fake fighting.
Couldn't hack it in real fighting.
But to me, the best one for sure was the dad versus son Mysterio fight.
Yeah, Dad versus a
was-
Mysterio.
What?
fight. Yeah,
So hilarious.
That was good.
Because they play a whole recap before and get you up to speed. But basically, the son is in prison.
Yeah, it's
in
so
fake
fucking
prison.
good.
And so
Oh,
they
okay.
had all these correctional officers come in, and take him out of. It was just like Con Air or something, and they take him out of the truck, and then he has handcuffs on, and then they just let him out for the fight, and he's fighting his dad.
fucking
and he's
good,
talking
dude.
shit to his mom, and at some point his mom slaps him in the face.
Oh,
and
hell
everyone goes,
yeah.
"Oh shit, talk to mom like that. And then his sister got all into it. It was great.
Is this his real son? Because
Yeah,
his real
this is his
son's
son.
like a foot taller
Yeah,
than him.
but Ryan, what was the best part of the whole ththing? That it was sponsored by
Cinnamon Toast
Cinnamon
Crunch.
Toast Crunch, baby.
Yeah, and so then there was people screaming, "Put in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch! Send him into the ring!" And I got a big laugh
because
from my
there's a
section.
huge Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot standing
Yeah.
ringside the entire time.
Oh
And-
yeah,
and
well
I
of
thought
course
for-
everybody would want him to go into the
Yeah.
ring.
Well, and you thought it was going to happen too because Logan Paul was in the first night,
I
and
saw that.
he brought his like
Jeez
energy
Louise.
drink. He has
Yeah.
like a big mascot energy drink.
What's it called? It's called Cum?
Prime?
Prime.
Come Prime.
Cum-
And then it turned out to be a wrestler everyone knew. I didn't
No,
know
it
who
was his business partner, KSI.
Okay.
Oh.
that was
Oh,
KSI.
yeah.
KSI was in it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Now,
Okay.
So Logan Paul gave up on real fighting too? Pussy.
Oh,
So,
shit. Bad Bunny was there.
WrestleMania traditionally is one night.
Yeah.
Why did they do 2 nights?
I thought it was traditionally 2 nights.
No, traditionally
No.
it was one night, but recently, I want to say in the past 8 years, they
Oh, okay, so
they inflated the event to be like 8 hours long.
Yeah, it's long.
Before it was only 3-4 hours long, but then
So now
it
they
got
split
so overinflated that they had to split it 2 nights, which is honestly the smartest thing to do.
Did you?
Because
burp?
taking in 8 hours of wrestling is too much.
That's a lot.
The crowd has to get into it. The crowd, like, if you go 8 hours long, the crowd is going to get blown up by like hour 3.
I mean,
Yeah.
I went to a
know?
3-hour concert and I was like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good enough.
the best thing about wrestling shows is the crowd. You know, if the crowd
Oh.
is dead, the wrestling show kind of sucks.
Well,
But
Yeah.
and this is honestly the
That's
craziest.
the same can be said about like a comedy stand-up set. Right?
Yeah, but I will say, like, I remember being a kid watching SmackDown, and the crowd like would start chanting "fuck you," and they couldn't bleep it. There's no way for them to
Yeah.
to bleep.
But
like,
that's a
they're-
good crowd.
Yeah,
that's
they're
a good
like
crowd.
They got to
it's-
make noise.
It's like an energy that I've never seen anywhere else because
Yeah.
it's like sports and energy. It's like the energy of a comedy show and a sports team fucking mashed together. It's both of them. It's
yeah,
awesome.
and LA wrestling crowds is always the best.
Really?
Every wrestling event I've been to, New Japan, freaking AEW, WWE,
I went
all,
to
on,
Monday
all on the
Night Raw.
floor.
Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom,
Staples
all
Lucha
great
Wrestling.
crowds.
What
all
was-
great
what was
crowds,
the
amazing
one,
crowds.
It was it Lucha Underground? Was that the TV show?
Yeah, that was in Boyle Heights. They were recording in Boyle
Heights.
Heights.
I went to one recording of that, and they somebody like was supposed to jump and do like land on a lowrider, and like a giant piece of glass from the windshield just stabbed them, and they were like, "Okay, show's over." Actually, so we got
Man
tickets
died,
to
show's
come
over.
back. Yeah, another night. Well, that's the nice thing about luchadors is they die. You just put a different person in the mask.
Oh, gosh.
Rey Mysterio has been dead for 26 years. You guys didn't know that?
Another cool part about this crowd is that, I mean, it was such a ridiculous place to have a wrestling match because it's SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
It's
Right? It's the
gigantic.
most people that have ever been, I want to say, at a wrestling show, right?
No.
80,000? No?
No, Jerry World had like 100,000.
Okay, fuck me then. Never
What?
mind. I don't know
Where?
what I'm talking about.
Where?
Dallas, Texas.
Wow.
Cowboy Stadium.
But I guess maybe at the end of the thing, they were saying there was some record of something. I don't know, but the Miz was talking about. 'Cause
yeah, it was total 2
AT&T
nights.
Stadium.
It was total 2 nights.
That
It was
might
like
have been
160,000
160,000
combined.
combined after 2 nights. Okay, that makes
A
more
lot
sense.
of
Don't
those are
count-
probably
no.
the same, right?
What year
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that? Would
Jerry's World.
I want to say 8 years ago.
Okay. So
31, I think. 30?
31 what?
WrestleMania 30.
No, I'm saying the capacity of AT&T Stadium, which is where that would have been,
Yeah.
is only 80,000.
Yeah, but you have to also consider that they put seats on the field.
On the field where they wouldn't normally.
Yeah,
for
where they
events.
wouldn't normally have people.
Whatever, you guys.
You know what
it's
my fucking WrestleMania was the Taylor Swift concert in Austin, Texas.
Oh, are you a Swiftie now?
No.
I was like,
not
what are
at
you
all.
talking about?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Also, I didn't mean to interrupt earlier when I asked you if you burped. It smelled intensely like salami or some other kind of
you
deli
mean
meat.
you must mean shrimp po' boy.
Oh my God, Ryan.
Get a shrimp po' boy in Los
Wiener
Angeles.
schnitzel.
What?
No,
No, it's new. Anyway,
you're joking. No, hold on.
It's just a tiny little ring there in the middle of 80,000 people. And
Wait, I thought we were talking about the shrimp po' boy.
The shrimp po' boy.
I was just going back to how funny it was, how small the thing was. And
Expandable to 105,000.
And then whenever the Jumbotron wasn't working, basically no one could, all the people above
could see
anything.
could see.
Yeah.
There was two like the Logan Paul match, the Jumbotron stopped working, and everyone was just quiet because everyone's like, and then at some point everyone's going, fix that screen.
Yeah.
Because people cannot see
Yeah.
unless they're basically just watching TV up on the fifth level.
Yeah.
And then finally when it came back on, it was like, yeah. And then the energy was back up.
He wasn't lying.
That's what I ate.
It's a shrimp po' boy from Wiener
It
Schnitzel.
tasted amazing.
I like Wiener Schnitzel, but I would not.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
trust
I
them
would
with
not do
seafood.
that.
Any seafood.
I don't think
Those are
in
good.
general most fast food restaurants I would not trust with seafood.
Yeah.
What about the Popeyes quarter pound of shrimp?
I guess to be
No.
fair, I also don't like seafood. So.
I love it.
I love
it.
seafood. I'm not trusting Popeyes. Maybe a Long John Silver's, but I don't know anyone
Yo, hold
alive
on.
that's
No,
ever been to one.
Long John Silver's. Plus, this motherfucker, he does Costco fucking
Costco
shrimp
shrimp
platters.
that I leave in the hallway
Yeah.
for 2 hours.
Oh,
Yeah, I've done
I'm a
that.
fan of those too.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
fuck
you make
that.
fun of my shrimp po' boy from Wiener Schnitzel?
Yes,
Fuck
I make fun
yourself.
of your fucking shrimp po' boy from Wiener Schnitzel.
We're the same.
You can no.
Nah,
I
hey,
don't look.
Actually, no, you guys are the same.
No,
You
we're
guys
not
are
the
the
same.
same. You guys are the
I'm
same.
not getting
You're
my
worse than me.
fucking seafood from a building that sells ice cream and a baseball helmet.
Do they?
Yes.
Let's go after this.
I'm down.
We're going to take a break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be back, and we're going to talk to Armando about where the hell he's been.
I've been on break.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Today's podcast is brought to you by ExpressVPN. A few decades ago, our day-to-day lives used to be more private, but the internet changed everything. Think about everything you've browsed, searched for, watched, or tweeted. Now imagine all of that data being crawled through, collected, and aggregated by third parties into a permanent public record, your record. So to keep my data private when I go online, I turn to ExpressVPN. And the scary truth is that there are hundreds of data brokers out there whose sole business is to buy and sell your data. And one of the main things they're interested in is your IP address. But with ExpressVPN, your connection gets routed through an encrypted server, and the IP address is masked. That makes it more difficult for third parties to identify you and harvest your data. So, if you're like me, you believe that your data is your business, secure yourself with the #1 rated VPN on the market. That's expressvpn.com/funhouse and get 3 extra free months. That's expressvpn.com/funhouse. And go to expressvpn.com/funhouse to learn more. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. When I'm online shopping and I find a coupon code at checkout, I feel like a little kid opening gifts on their birthday. And thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. In case you don't already know, Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best ones it finds to your cart. And it's so easy to use. So just imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, and when you check out, the little Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click apply coupons, wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. And if Honey finds the working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. I love when I'm shopping online and I'm looking for little dog toys or dog treats for my pup, and Honey finds a coupon code. And I tell you, she loves treats, my dog. So the coupons come in clutch for saving me a few bucks here and there. Honey doesn't just work on desktops, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. And if you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/FHpod. That's joinhoney.com/FHpod. Hey everybody, welcome back. And I just wanted to reference my notes here because I do notes for every podcast that I produce. So I don't know if you know how it's been going lately. We trade. I will do an episode. Ryan will do an episode. We're both here, but we trade off taking the lead because it's a lot for one person.
But now Daddy's
No.
home. So it's okay.
Sure. But my note says, what happened to Armando? Because that's what all the people in the comments were. What happened to Armando?
What you doing, dude?
Where you been?
Yeah, so I'm like going through my head of what I'm allowed to talk about. Basically, last year, I think it was like October or something.
You got fired, and then you begged for your job back.
Yeah, I said, please, I'll do anything. I'll work in the content mines, please.
Guys, I'm just kidding.
So I guess the easiest way to wrap it up is when I started working on shows like Trucked Up, you guys know me. I have a penchant for bits. I really want to like make everything a joke. It doesn't turn off. And so I kept throwing out ideas for stuff. And Drew Saplin, who directed it, was great, phenomenal director, and I love him and I love collaborating with him. But he basically told me, hey, if we do every bit that you pitch out, every episode is just going to be your show of you doing stupid bits. So how about instead of you doing that, we like work with everybody to try to come up with some bits and stuff for other people.
Wait, I didn't know that this was like a story that you were going to tell.
Oh, I didn't know how much you wanted me to go in
Please
depth.
continue.
Basically, after doing that and then doing story production stuff for the end of it, where like, you know, I got to watch the cut downs, I got to do more like intensive stuff. I got to do the thing in reality shows where like you take little pieces of sound bites to make it sound like someone's talking
Frankenbite.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. It was like one of the most creatively fulfilled moments of my life of like felt like working on a real show. And so I started trying to see like how much more I could like start doing that stuff. I started working for programming and development, ProDev. And then, yeah, so that's the team that it's me, it's Andrew Rosas, previously on The Most, Griff Milton from formerly Squad Team Force, myself, Drew Saplin, who directed. And then we have some more people that are coming on to help us too. And it's great group, phenomenal team.
So
That's what
what
I've
is
been
it
doing.
that you would say you do here?
That's a good question that I have to answer to my manager every day.
I'm just teasing you.
No,
I'm
I
just
know.
teasing you.
The job is, I make ideas for shows. I pitch out stuff that we've been doing. I've gotten to do stuff like the $1 Million Butt episode we did. There's another 20th anniversary piece of content that's coming up that I'm directing that I'm really excited about.
Directing.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy pants.
I've always wanted to work more in like the directing and showrunning type of stuff. And so that's what I'm trying to do more of.
You've been going to Austin a lot
Mm-hmm.
because you're participating in that stuff out there.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
What, the traveling or being in Austin?
A little both,
okay.
honestly. Yeah. You're not from Austin, but you spent a lot of time there, right?
I went to UT,
Where
Austin,
did you before that you were from
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, where it's wet as fuck, actually, right?
It's not super wet as fuck. I mean, it's humid as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I
I mean,
sucks.
Austin is humid as
But
fuck.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Austin's
How are you
humid as
gonna-
fuck too.
Yeah.
I've grown up here where it's hot, but it's dry heat.
Yeah.
No, this is perfect.
This is amazing.
I never think about the weather, and I love it. About it.
And so moving to Austin, going there so many times has been like a fucking nightmare of that weather.
Okay, well that makes sense. That is the
So
worst part
moving to
about it.
Austin. So you're moving to Austin.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Mondo's moving to Austin,
Yeah.
everybody.
The
There
thing
you have
I
it.
promised I would never do.
Well, who? To yourself? To the audience? To who did you promise to yourself? You promised to yourself? that you would
Basically
never
to
move?
everyone other than the audience, including you guys.
I love it there, dude. You're gonna have a great time.
Well, yeah,
What part of town are you living in?
I'm living on the co-op.
no, you are not.
Yeah.
No, you are not.
I
That
said,
would
give
be
me.
sick.
I said, give me the Ryan Haley special, and they said, okay, that comes with the side of lore, dude.
You're not allowed to have access to that lore. There are co-ops though for people your age.
Yeah. I'm
Older people.
Wow. Okay. I was gonna say I'm still young enough to do some of that stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna live. Well, I don't actually want to say what part of town I'm.
Yeah,
gonna
you
live
don't
in,
need to say where you're gonna live.
But I'm really excited. I got a place. I'll show it to you afterwards.
Okay.
Right now, I'm paying double fucking rent on a place here in LA.
Why did you do that?
Because I have to move this month.
Why?
To fit scheduling.
So you're gonna be working there in person, doing shit in person there. So.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more, making a lot more content out in Austin with Austin people, and then hopefully coming out here to do more stuff. I mean, I'm just straight up. That's what I was working on was Must Be Dice, the new season that you guys are doing, which is super fucking fun so far. And
That's good.
I said it in like the Instagram post, and they're gonna have to. Dan's gonna have to kill me before they let me stop helping with the show in some way or another.
Okay.
Maybe we can incorporate that into the show.
Yeah, killing me. I would love that actually. To die. But it's doing more content is coming, and how we've been filming it. That's you know what? That's the thing I hate the most is that normally at Funhaus the what would you call it? The like pipeline is much shorter, and
I mean, yeah, we are very much a DIY YouTube channel over here. We do it a lot
It's a
quicker.
very fast conveyor belt
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we're all on.
well, it's also done with like extraordinary. I don't even know what you call it, professionalism, or like it's just really good. Like it's crazy how fast everything is and how good everything is compared to getting like a V2 of something and being like, maybe we should actually start over from scratch, which is no one's fault. It's just
I've had to do that with some stuff, but it doesn't happen very often. But have you ever not lived in LA?
Yeah, I lived in San Diego for I think 2 or 3 years.
Doesn't
after-
count.
But this is going to be the furthest you've ever moved. You've never moved across country?
No, this also doesn't count. But when I was like 21 or something, I lived in my car and just kind of drove across the country.
that kind of counts for how long?
It was for 1.5 years.
Oh wow! All right. Well,
Yeah, but most of my time was based in LA.
Oh.
But I would go off for like a couple weeks, or like the longest I stayed away from LA was I think like 4 months when I was just going up the West Coast.
okay.
Are you going to sell all your stuff?
I'm gonna sell most of my stuff.
Really? You're going to get all new stuff? You're not going to do like
Oh,
moving
that kind of stuff. No. I'm gonna sell my car, which like, yeah.
Why?
The short answer is that I've been driving dirty for a really long time, which means I was riding the trifecta of dirty where my license expired,
No.
12 months out of date registration, and I don't think I had insurance. So I'm like a bad guy. And
Manu, you have a job.
yeah, I don't drive much anymore because I'm either in Austin or
Or
working
because
from
you're
home.
legally not allowed to? Is that
Yeah. I got pulled over and they gave me luckily, I thought I was going to go to jail. I was on the phone with my partner who's a lawyer, and she was like, max they could give you is like 6 months. And I was like, what? And she's like, I'm going to let you go so you can handle this. Luckily, the cop, when he pulled up, he like leaned down and I saw his name tag first and it just said Officer Alvarez. And I was like, I'm good. I'm chill. Actually, I'm fine. He gave me a fix-it ticket, $25. So it's actually it would take way more time to fix all those things and then get that ticket fixed than it would be to sell my car and then show them proof of sale and then just wash my hands of the whole thing.
But you still need to renew your license.
Not here.
Well, you're going to get a Texas license?
You have to. You have to.
I know you're supposed to do that wherever you move after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. When I first moved to LA, I think I was like 1.5 years, and then I was like, I guess I should get a California driver's license.
Oh man, I had my Tennessee license for about 8 years.
My
when I moved here.
fucking
But if you get pulled over, they will give you a fix-it ticket, and you'll have to fix it.
Well,
you'll have to get your
Funny story about
license.
that, but I'll tell it after you're done.
just my license says that I live in Baldwin Park, which I haven't lived in since I was like 17. Also, I carry my passport with me everywhere I go. Which
Maybe you
is,
shouldn't do that.
yeah, maybe not.
What's on the back?
It's a code that I don't know if it's important, so I'm not showing it.
Yeah. Scan for important passport information.
Yeah. Well, I'm not showing it. Remember when you did this?
Yeah, right.
Brian's remembering. Why are you doing him dirty like this?
I carry my passport everywhere, which is really good because, like, on airplanes, it's just like you flip it, they get it, it's done. But it's also really embarrassing when you're like trying to buy a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 and you're like, here's my passport. I'm a traveled man. You can see I've been to Paris. Now give me my fucking Kool-Aid wine.
Ryan, did you move yet? You're moving. You
Yeah.
talked about it on Twitter. That's why I'm the only reason I'm bringing it up is it seems like it's public and that you're
Sure,
open about it.
yeah. I'm moving because our office moved, and I'm tired of my 2-hour daily commute. But it's funny you brought up fix-it tickets and stuff because on Saturday on the way to WrestleMania, I was so tired, and I was in literally bumper to bumper, not moving traffic for forever to get there, and but then I was talking to my for a second, not that long.
Don't you live down there?
Weren't
No,
you on acid?
now I live in.
Oh, you already
I
moved.
because it's the 2nd of
shit.
April.
You
So
moved at the worst time because you could have been
I know
right there.
I would have been right next to SoFi Stadium for WrestleMania, but of course the weekend I moved, across town. Now I'm going right back there, and I literally parked in front of my old house and Ubered there. But I got pulled over on the way to WrestleMania. The second night in the bumper to bumper traffic because I don't condone this, but I picked up my phone. I was talking to my brother and stopped traffic.
Oh,
and
you were talking to him like this?
No, I just had it up every once in a while, and I'd say something.
You're not allowed to do
Dude,
that?
you know what?
You're not allowed to hold anything with your hands.
So maybe this might not work because you're not.
I used to have one of those things you just put into the vent, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. And those things are so handy, but I lost it.
You might not be fat enough to do this, but I take the seatbelt, I lift it up, put the phone right there, boom.
Yeah,
and
put it in
then-
your
Or maybe we
cleavage.
just need to get you a phone necklace like me.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, phone necklace.
But it was so nice, or it was so awesome because the
This is
officer
what I
comes
do.
up and he and I still have shit in my car from moving, right?
Yeah.
Including like 3 things of Pacifico. So he comes up and he's like, "So you been drinking tonight, sir?" And then I'm like, "Oh no, there's other things in here," and I just pull out like there's books, and it's Scott Stapp from Creed's biography that I have for some reason, and I'm like, "Oh, see, there's no beer in here." He's like, "Okay, well, and then he's like, "Yeah, give me your ID." So I gave him my ID, and he's like, "So is this a good place to mail stuff to you?" I'm like, "Actually, I just moved yesterday."
Okay, man.
I could tell, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, you moved yesterday. What's your new address?" So I told him. And he's gone for a while. I'm like, fuck, dude. There's all sorts. I'm like thinking about all the shit in my car that would be weird if he like searched me, and that would be bad. And then he comes back and he goes, "All right, so I'm gonna give you a break. I'm not gonna give you a ticket for cell phone, but I'm gonna give you a ticket for not changing your address." I'm like, what the fuck? I've moved 2 days ago, and you're giving me a fix-it ticket, like you just said,
and you don't even
for
have
change
the,
of address.
the 2 weeks. Like it's supposed to be
Right,
2
I don't
weeks.
have anything that's been mailed to me there, So I'm like, thank you so much. I'll take it. I'll take that
God.
deal. Who gives
That's
a shit?
so annoying.
Fuck
Well, I mean, it's better than the more expensive cell phone ticket.
I guess it's
Yes.
not as good as no ticket.
It's
Yeah,
still,
you should just let
it's
you go.
the
Fuck that
principle.
dude.
Well, it is no ticket though, because the second I change my address, there's no ticket.
Fair. I still have to pay a $25 fine, regardless. It's either a huge fine or I get it fixed and I pay $25.
I hadn't gotten pulled over in fucking years though. That was scary.
That's
as fuck. I hated
yeah,
it.
it is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very jealous.
Man, I mean, I love that you shared that story because I was going to actually ask you guys if you had any like moving horror stories. And that kind of fits that because you just moved and then that happened. Like, that sucks.
It did.
When the last time that I moved into the place that I'm living now that I'm about to leave, I had a window of time to move in. You got to like reserve the loading dock, and which is just a big parking space in an
I
elevator.
kind of had to do that, like a reservation type thing in my spot.
It's that's all I had to do. I had to get that. I locked it down. I went through U-Haul to like get a big truck, and they have a service where you can hire, like they'll broker a moving company to like of dudes to come like move your shit, which like. I was living at a shithole apartment in downtown Los Angeles, like 5 blocks away from Staples Center or crypto. What is it? Crypto.com?
Crypto.com arena.
Yeah, the crypto bullshit, the cuck center. And so it was a bad neighborhood. It sucked, and it was really cheap to live there. And so now that I was making like actual job money, I had money, and I was like, I'm gonna hire movers, and I'm not gonna do shit. So I hired them. I sat back. I did it through U-Haul. I was ready to move, and they never showed up. And because I was planning on these big, strong men coming and doing all the work for me, I did nothing. And I had to hop on what do you call that? A TaskRabbit, and like get a guy. But they ask you to get somebody like 3 hours before. I only had an hour left in my moving schedule. So I'm just going on TaskRabbit, hitting up every big, strong man I see and being like, can you get to my place in 20 minutes? I'll give you more money, which no one responded because I think I sounded like a serial killer.
Did they say why the guys didn't show up?
No, they just never answered my call. And then they eventually blocked my number. And then when I called U-Haul, they were like, well, can you prove that this happened? And I was like, kind of. So I hired a guy. He came to my house. I paid him an extra $100, and we loaded all of my shit into a U-Haul truck and got it to my new place and unloaded it, and we did all of that in an hour and 20 minutes. It was the hardest I've ever worked in my life, and then as a thank you, we went out for beer and pizza.
I hate moving.
I hate moving too so much.
It's so
Fucking
stressful.
sucks.
I remember
It's
the
awful.
first time I moved to LA. I only had like boxes of stuff, and then I like bought a bunch of like furniture when I was here. Really, just a bed and a desk. And then the first time I moved in LA, it was 2008. I was like 20, and I moved through Hollywood, and we hired movers, and they stole a box, all my DVDs. It was all my DVDs.
All your DVDs?
Yeah, it was 2008, so that was important then.
Yeah.
It's like if
That meant
somebody
something to
stole a
me at
box of
that moment.
DVDs now, I'd be like, oh, thank God. I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, Goodwill told me
you
they
know
wouldn't
why
take
too?
them.
Is because it was in a box that was like an old TV box, but not even a nice TV box, like a small, like 32-inch TV box. Like they stole it.
Can I
was
ask you-
like,
When
all of my friends' box sets, by the way, and my That 70s Show box sets. That's what they stole.
I thought you meant your friends' box
yeah.
sets, but your
The
box
box
sets
sets
of
that
the
belong
TV
to your
show
friends.
friends.
The TV show Friends,
Got it.
yeah.
Just
And
take
all
a
of That
moment.
70s Show,
oh,
and
oh
a bunch
my-
of other movies and shit.
Which 70s show?
That one.
That 70s Show.
Oh.
No, shut up.
No, Ryan.
Okay, if you
I don't trust you. I don't trust Ryan.
I'm not saying this is the case, but let's say that you move into a brand new place, brand new apartment, and you can only afford one piece of furniture. You have nothing.
Okay.
No bed, no couch, nothing. What
Okay.
piece of furniture, each of you, are you going to get?
My bed.
That's the first thing you're getting?
This is the only thing I'm going to get.
You strike me as somebody who would get like a big TV and then just use a folding chair for everything.
In the last, about 10 years ago, I bought, I was like, all right, I'm going to splurge on an awesome bed. I sleep on this fucker every night, you know, it's worth it. And man, it is my favorite thing because I love being in my bed because of this bed.
When you
and how
say
comfy it
splurge,
is.
are you comfortable sharing how much you spent? Because
I
I'm curious.
I
I'm
was
curious.
wondering.
What's
a
It was
splurge?
pretty nice. I mean,
Also, 10 years ago, there's a difference in prices too. So I'm not
$700.
okay.
That's not bad, but it's also 10 years ago. I think you're supposed to.
10 year. Well, yes, every 10 to 12 years, you're supposed to.
Shit.
Yeah, how large is this bed, Ryan?
It's a queen bed.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I should. Fuck. Do I need a new bed? God damn it.
You should.
Maybe
It's so comfy though.
if you know what, fuck it. If it's your vibe and you're
And
not
it's not
waking
dirty.
up sore or
It's
anything.
not. Yeah.
Well,
How
not
can
dirty
you
by
change your
whose
sheets?
Huh?
standards.
I just bought new sheets for my new house. I was
you-
like, new house, new sheets.
Okay, I'm so glad that you didn't say anything like, "Oh, well, I don't use sheets because my."
Well,
think my
I
head
don't
would've
really use
exploded.
sheets, like in the sense that, I only have, I only have the fitted sheet. I don't like
Okay.
any other kind of sheet.
You don't use a top sheet?
I hate top sheets. I fucking hate them. I'll
What?
throw them out. Yeah, for real.
No, I'm with Ryan on that.
I
Fuck top
only-
sheets.
No,
I-
you're both wrong.
No, I have.
It's
I'm with
so
Ryan on
good.
that.
It's like and it's like then you're
It's
in the
not
little
as cozy.
envelope.
No, I
My-
like my envelope is the fitted sheet on the bottom
Uh-huh.
of me, then me, and then my blankie that I love
Yeah.
and trust with my life.
Yeah.
You're-
My
Yeah.
soft blankie, and then my comforter, and then another soft blankie on top of it. Yes, Armando?
First, that's too many
I
fucking
actually have
blankets.
another question for both
I
of
like
you.
being
Do a
warm.
lot of women sleep in your beds?
Yes.
No comment.
You're a fucking liar. And you're.
They're not like,
of
where the
question
hell's
is
this
that?
top sheet? Where the hell's the top sheet?
I got a fucking. I had to get a top sheet. I had to. This
What do you
is.
mean you had to get a top sheet? Doesn't it come with the bottom sheet? Ryan knows this. He throws them
I threw
away.
it out. I have extras if you need them.
I don't want them.
Okay, good.
I had to change when women started sleeping in my bed. I had to change so much. I used to love a nice white sheet, and then I found out that if you have somebody coming over and consistently sleeping in your bed, there's a reason why you don't want a nice white, pristine sheet all the time. I've had to throw out a couple sheets.
I mean, I have white sheets.
Okay, maybe you're better. Maybe you're a better woman than they are.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I don't know these women. I'm just saying I have white sheets.
Is this about blood or
it's
cum?
about blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
I couldn't
because
tell.
once a month
Or shit.
Once a month, what happens is my ex.
I've heard about this before.
Yeah, she used to. Sorry, she used to, and you know, so this is mostly.
Oh no, I
Rick.
just meant menstruating.
She would get up on the
general.
bed, pop a squat, and she would go blood time, and then she would just go.
I remember that. Yeah.
And it would,
Fucked up that we have to do that.
that you have to
shit?
do that
Yeah,
every
That we have to
month.
deal with
Onto
that.
the bed?
By
Onto
the
the
way,
bed.
So I've had an IUD for 3 years. Little piece of plastic they put in. You say no babies, no periods.
That's a bomb that they use in the Middle
yes,
East. They
you're
blow up a car.
the first man ever to make the joke about the IUD. But it's weird thinking that I don't experience it. Not for 3 years.
You haven't had blood time in a while?
I haven't had a period in 3 years.
He didn't make it was blood time.
Blood time. That's crazy though.
Would you stick something up the hole if it meant you wouldn't have babies?
My hole?
Yeah, the hole.
My urethra?
Yeah.
How would I pee?
Well, they'll figure it out.
No, I'll just stick to condoms.
I'm just not looking forward to the day when I have to have them. It's gonna fucking suck.
Condoms or kids?
Periods.
Oh,
Period.
I had one moving horror story.
Oh
I was
yeah,
gonna share.
please
Yeah,
tell
please.
me.
Briefly, it's not, but when me and Hunter from Guar were moving out of our old place in Echo Park, we had fucked that place up over 8 years. You know, there was just thousands of dollars of damage done to that place from just us doing our projects.
I'm not surprised. I'm also but I am like confused. I'm like, what did he do?
I mean, we were like making rubber latex creations in like the kitchen and stuff, you know, and there's just like rubber everywhere. There's Hunter would spill his coffee everywhere. Yes.
Ryan tried to film a wholesome video about Portal 2 and broke a window. I don't think you need to ask like how shit got fucked up. It just happens.
But we were kind of like, all right, we resigned. Like, well, we're clearly not going to get our deposit back. That'll suck. But you know, not the biggest whoop. But then, like the night or 2 nights, I want to say it was the night before we were moving out. We were at the Misfits, and we were at Bank of America Stadium with some of the Guar people, and I was talking to Slyminstra Hyman from Guar, and I was telling her how we were about to move out and all the stuff that was fucked up with it. She goes, dude, we got sued by our landlord because we moved out and our place was pristine, and they still found all this shit and they sued us. And all of a sudden it just got so in my head. I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't get sued right now. Like, I was finally losing my deposit.
Sued for what? Like violation of the lease or something?
I mean, just like property damage and stuff.
Oh,
you know?
shit.
And we were like at the after party for the Misfits. So I was like, I really wanted to hang out and see all those guys, but I was like, I just got to go right now and start cleaning stuff.
I really want to believe that they did leave their apartment pristine, but can you just remind me of their name one more time?
Slyminstra Hyman.
Yeah, definitely coated in like gunk, right? For sure, like really fucked up apartment, right?
Yeah, there's just shit dripping off the walls.
Yeah.
Blood time everywhere.
Blood time every day.
I forgot that this even happened. I think I already told you guys, but like I moved the shithole apartment that I just talked about moving out of. I did the thing where like I moved out. That we did a final walkthrough. They looked at the place. They signed off on the shit. They sent me like the receipt. They were like, "We're keeping your deposit," and I was like, "All right, fucking go for it. I don't care." I paid you $1,000, and honestly, it's at this point, I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
They signed off on it. Everything was good to go. They got a new tenant. Boom, done. I find out when I'm trying to rent my new apartment in Austin that somehow they tried to get more money out of me months after I had already moved out. They were claiming like, you left holes in the wall. I put a nail to hang up a clock.
I hate that. Yeah.
They were like, you didn't clean the place when you left. And I was like,
Isn't that why they kept your deposit?
yeah,
though?
to clean the place. It's
Yeah.
like they did all this stuff. And also I was like, you already signed off on the thing. Like,
Yeah.
we're good. Our transaction has finished. It's over. These fuckers sent it to a collections agency.
I hate that.
I sent all this information to my lawyer. My lawyer was basically like, yeah, I mean, you can fight it, but it's going to take you 4 months, or you can pay the $620 and fucking like be done with it. If you really want to fight it, you can. And this, by the way, is not a story of how Armando has $620 to spend. It really fucked me up financially. And then I spent most of the day like curled up into a ball on my bed, just like feeling like dog shit. I hated it. I got blackmailed by my old fucking rental property.
Landlords, man.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Oh, I have one more story. When I moved out of the second place, so I moved from my first place in LA to the second place. On that move, my box of DVDs got stolen. When I moved out of the second place, our building manager, because it was like one of those complexes that's like got a whole department. They tried to keep like all of our deposit, and my roommate at the time, or my old roommate, she was like, mm-mm. And we took them to small claims court, and we got all of our money back.
Nice.
And it lasted for like a year. And then it ended up being like a lady who like had just started. She's like, why am I on this? I just started here. I don't know these people. I don't know these girls or the people who like run the company. But like we were 21. Like we don't know the fucking name to put down. We just go like, Veronica, because we knew that was the lady's name or something, you know? But we got our money back. So don't fuck with us.
Did they pay your legal fees and stuff, or like was it worth it for you to get that deposit? Did you end up paying more for the deposit? Or
no, I just remember us getting like all of our money back. We didn't have to pay because they were trying to keep it wrongfully.
Yeah,
I guess small claim. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The
we
end
didn't
of
have
ours.
like a lawyer. I don't think.
Oh God.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I just had to show up. She was doing it all.
You don't necessarily need a lawyer. You just cite a bunch of stuff, and most of the times it's not worth it for whoever you're suing to like fight it back.
Right.
It's like those TV shows, when you're standing there and talking, you're saying, "This is my side," and the other person going, "This is my side," because we were like, "This is our side," and they didn't show up. That's why we won too.
Well, yeah, that's the other
just never
thing.
showed
I've
up.
heard of that happen a bunch. Was just like somebody just show up and then you.
That's
get
why
it.
I'm
It's
suing you.
bullshit.
You better show up.
You've been served. No.
At the end of our thing, though, it was awesome because I was so scared. I went back. I literally cleaned for over 24 hours, trying to just get everything I could. But I was like, this is still just hopeless. Like, even if I clean up, everything I can in 24 hours, it'll still be too much shit. So finally, at some point, I like emailed the people. I'm like, sorry, I did as much as I could. Like I've been cleaning. I literally was like going crazy because I hadn't been sleeping because of this. And then finally, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna remodel that whole thing and rip out everything and gut it. I'm like, oh my god,
You're
thank Jesus.
You're just a horror story for the contractors. That's it. It's no one else. Like no one else is gonna see it. That same shit happened to me
amazing.
when I moved out of the Baldwin Park house, where like it was a comic house. I've talked about it before. We called it Dick City, which was short. It was a fun way to say Dick City because it was 11 dudes living in a 3-bedroom apartment. It was fucking disgusting. There was no way that we could ever do. The owner of the house, who was our friend, was like, "I'm selling the house." So we all had to find other places to live. We all tried our hardest to like clean it up, but it was so fucking. I mean, the fucking carpet was matted. Like it was an absolutely disgusting piece of shit place to live. And so like I remember spending hours trying to clean my space. I rented a steamer. I let the other dudes borrow it. We tried our best. And then like 2 weeks later, when the last guy moved out, I texted my roommate / landlord and was like, hey man, I tried my best. I tried my hardest. How did the sale go? Like, is it okay? Did it pass inspection? And he sent me a video clip of the place being torn down. It was all for nothing. They just tore the fucking house down and turned it into an apartment complex.
Well, I appreciate you guys sharing your moving horror stories with me. I have a little game for us to play before we
I love
end
games.
our little podcast here. Okay?
You're both going down.
Here's a pen.
Oh, that one's chewed on.
I think it might be Ryan's.
You just...
This one is yours. Okay, you're gonna write some stuff down.
Okay.
I'm going to win.
Game has no name, really. What did I call it? Moving Movies game.
Oh.
Cool.
So,
Movies game.
yeah, Moving Movies game. So what I did is I pulled the tagline from a bunch of different movies that are all about moving.
Really?
Yeah. And so you're
There's
gonna
enough
guess
of
the
them?
movie. Yeah, of course. There's
I know
you know how
one.
many movies there are about like the new kid in town? There's so many movies about moving. So I'm gonna get out of here. I've got a couple. I can't count them right now, but there's a few, okay? So you're gonna do number them 1 through whatever, and then at the end of it, we'll see who has more. They're pretty easy. I think this
Okay.
is an easy game. So if you want to play along at home, get a piece of paper and start writing shit down.
Lost.
Ready?
The
Yep.
first one is Lost.
Number 1. That's not a movie. Number 1. A teenage boy and his little sister move to a small town where he struggles to fit in before awakening a trio who was executed in the 17th century.
Wait, hold on.
No, Googling.
Wait, I need to make sure I know the name of this thing.
For audio listeners, Armando is looking through his phone.
I'm going to confiscate your phone.
That's fine.
I think he cheated. You might lose the point for that, for picking up your phone.
Okay.
All right, number 2. A popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl get roles in the school musical and develop a friendship that threatens the high school's social order.
Hold on.
Don't worry, I'm not moving on yet.
Fuck.
I forgot it was Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Number 3. The new girl is a hit with the plastics until she makes the mistake of falling for the high school hottie, who's the ex-boyfriend of the alpha plastic. Do you know all these so far, Rick?
I know that last one for sure.
Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
A champion high school cheerleading squad discovers its previous captain stole all their best routines from an inner city school and must scramble to compete at this year's
Oh,
championships.
I know this one too.
I think I know them all except number 2 or maybe.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
How
This
many
one-
are there?
There's 12.
Oh my God.
That's okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
A martial arts master agrees to teach a bullied teenager.
That's number 5.
Yeah, number 5. You ready for number 6?
No.
Yep.
Number 6.
Just don't look at my answers, please.
A city teenager moves to a small town where something has been banned, and his rebellious spirit shakes up the populace.
I know it.
Nice.
I'm still writing the last one.
Can you
you-
can you
do
reread number 2?
Sure. Do you also need me to reread number 6? Well, how about I'll reread number 2 when I get to the
Okay,
end.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Did
Wait,
you
what
hear
was the
number
last
6?
one? I didn't
A
hear
city
it.
teenager moves to a small town where something has been banned, and his rebellious spirit shakes up the populace.
Okay.
All right, ready for number 7?
Yes. Fuck, there's so many.
A rich high school student tries to boost a new pupil's popularity, but reckons with the affairs of the heart getting in the way.
Say that again.
A rich high school student tries to boost a new pupil's popularity, but reckons without affairs of the heart getting in the way.
Know it.
Ready?
Yeah.
A cowboy is profoundly threatened and jealous when a new guy in town supplants him as the top guy in someone's life.
A cowboy?
A cowboy is profoundly threatened and jealous when the new guy in town supplants him as the favorite in a boy's life.
In a boy's life?
That's number 7?
That's number 8.
You say in a boy's life?
In the boy's life.
Oh, it's holes. Never mind.
You ready for number 9?
Yeah.
A 35-year-old has to move in with his grandma and her roommates.
Okay, I know that one.
That's the only one I don't know.
Ready?
I find that hard to believe.
Number 10.
Wait, what was number 9 again?
A 35-year-old has to move in with his grandma
Oh.
and her roommates.
I gave you that one.
After a young girl is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to the big city, her emotions conflict on how to best navigate a new city, house, and school.
That's so vague. Say that again.
After a young girl is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to the big city, her emotions conflict on how to best navigate a new city, house, and school.
New city, house, and school. God, that is
Her
like
emotions
The
conflict on
Princess
how.
Diaries?
her emotions.
Is any of these the Princess Diaries?
Don't say that.
Is that
don't,
what
don't
you
answer
wrote
that.
down for every single one? Okay.
It's like every single
Ready for the
one.
next one? There's only 2 more.
Okay.
A 78-year-old travels to paradise in his house.
Okay.
That was number 10?
That was number
11.
11.
That was number 11.
Okay, ready for the last one?
Yes.
A teenager moves to a small town and falls in love with a mysterious classmate who reveals he's 108.
Fuck.
You don't know this one, Ryan?
No, don't give him.
Come
Don't
on,
give him any
Ryan.
little hints.
Come on, Ryan. You know this
So,
one.
are there any
This
that?
is the one.
Yeah, go ahead and write it down.
Okay.
Is there any more?
Okay, so I need you to read number 2.
Okay, number 2 was a popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl get roles in the school musical and develop a friendship that threatens East High's social order.
You don't know this one either, Ryan?
Wait, I think I just.
You got all your
My
quote.
pen's down.
Oh, your pen's
I'm
down.
done.
I
all right.
think no. This is
Are
probably.
you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 10, really. Sorry.
Oh, the last one was a teenager moves to a small town and falls in love with a mysterious classmate who reveals.
No, that's 12. What's number 10?
Oh, number 10. After a young girl is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to the big city, her emotions conflict on how to best navigate a new city, house, and school.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to do this. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready for the answers? Number 1.
Should I give you
Yeah, tell me what you have for number 1.
Okay.
Hocus Pocus?
Ooh, I had Max Keeble's Big Move.
Okay, it is
And what was the thing again?
a teenage boy named. Oh, I forgot to remove that part. A teenage boy and his little sister move to a small town where he struggles to fit in before awakening a trio who was executed in the 17th century.
Max Keeble's Big Move.
It's Hocus Pocus.
Oh.
Number 2, a popular high school athlete and an academically gifted girl get roles in the school musical and develop a friendship that threatens the high school's social order.
I had Max Keeble's Big Move.
Okay, James already did the bit where he wrote down the same thing for every answer. Okay. He did the exact same thing. You wrote it in parentheses.
Yes, I'm going to win.
So yes, it's High School Musical.
Yeah.
It was High School Musical?
Yeah.
Fuck. At first I had Girl Next Door, then I had
I
She's
see that
the
you
Man.
have. He has the real answers.
Okay, so I got.
See, because you guys are the same. You want to do the bit, but you also want to play the game. I know how it
And
works.
so I'm constantly writing Max Keeble's Big Move on each one of them. Look at it. Every
I
single
guess that
one.
works.
All right. Number 3, the new girl is hit with the plastics until she makes a mistake of falling for the high school hottie, the ex-boyfriend of the alpha plastic.
Mean Girl?
Mean Girls 2.
It's Mean Girls.
It's Mean Girls 2.
Got Mean Girls?
It's Mean Girls.
They have the same plot.
Okay, well, it's Mean Girls.
Well, but I Mean Girls
the answer
2
to this one
is
is
Mean Girls. Well, I have Mean Girls 2.
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yep. It's double wrong.
Oh, that's right.
It's also not Max Keebler's Big Move.
Okay. A championship high school cheerleading squad discovers its previous captain stole all of their best routines. Blah, 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 blah.
Bring it on.
Max Keeble's Big Move.
And you didn't have anything?
Max Keeble's
He
Big
didn't
Move.
have anything. He
Okay.
didn't get that one. It is Bring It On.
Oh.
Yeah. 75%.
This one's easy. A martial arts master agrees to teach a bullied teenager.
Great again.
Max Keeble's Big Move, and then in parentheses here it says a Jaden Smith movie.
It is a Karate Kid.
A Karate
And yes,
Kid?
I will accept that one.
What? A Jaden Smith movie?
A
It's in
Jaden
the
Smith
the
joint.
Well, I know what you're
2010
talking about, but that
Because he
It's-
thinks
I-
he's
I
being
cannot
a funny
possibly
guy.
count.
I had it
He
written
thinks he's
down,
being a
Jaden
funny
Smith
guy.
joint.
Okay.
A city teenager moves to a small town where something has been banned and his rebellious spirit shakes up the populace.
Max Keeble's Big Move or
and
Footloose.
It's
Footless.
Footloose.
Everybody got Footloose.
Love that movie.
Number 7, a rich high school student tries to boost a new pupil's popularity but reckons without affairs of the heart getting in the way.
Now this one is actually Max Keeble's Big Move.
Nope.
That is also the plot of Max Keeble's Big
Filmed
Move.
here. Clueless, right?
It's Clueless.
Yep.
Ryan and his 90 early aughts rom-com
know it.
knowledge.
Yeah, well,
I don't
maybe
know
make
his fucking
movies
high
from
school
my
goddamn
fucking
musical.
childhood. We're saying the same thing.
A cowboy is profoundly threatened and jealous when a new guy in town supplants him. Here's the rest of it as the top toy in a boy's
Yeah.
bedroom.
What did you get?
Wait, what?
It's Toy Story.
Yeah.
This is
But I,
bullshit.
I had
got-
to keep some of it a secret because then it would give it away.
I got so
yeah, but that was so misleading.
I got so caught up on Cowboy that I was overlooking Boy's Life.
Because I did, and the second time I said in a boy's life.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
I also have written down
that
Toy
was
Story
on
2.
purposely misleading. I put Shane.
Who's Shane?
It's an old western about a boy and a cowboy.
All right, there's a couple
God
more.
damn it.
There's 4 more. This one should be easy as well. A 35-year-old has to move in with his grandma and her roommates.
Rick, say it.
Max
Keebler's Big Move.
It's Keeble. It's Keeble. It's Max Keeble's Big
I'm
Move.
hungry for cookies.
Max Keebler.
Grandma's boy.
Grandma's boy.
Grandma's
yeah.
boy.
In parentheses.
Next one. After a young girl is uprooted from her Midwest life and moved to San Francisco, her emotions conflict on how to best navigate a new city, house, and school.
I didn't get this one right. I put Girl Next Door.
I put Max Keeble's Big Move.
And what did you put in parentheses? The
Nothing.
only thing we care about.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's Inside Out.
What?
Oh,
Wait, say that again. Say
Inside Out.
Inside Out.
Sofi
Her
Stadium.
emotions conflict on how to best navigate
Yeah.
a new city, house, and school.
I would have.
Happiness, joy, anger,
You're right,
or
that
joy,
was good.
anger, whatever
That
the
was
rest
a
of
Yeah,
them are.
horny is
Sad.
in there, I think. Actually, it shouldn't be. Isn't she like a kid? Yeah, I
Yes.
haven't seen the movie.
I literally said a young girl.
Well, that could also be Girl Next Door.
Okay, this one's really easy too. A 78-year-old travels to paradise in his house.
Up.
Max Keeble's big move. Up.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get this next one?
And then the last one, a teenager moves to a small town and falls in love with a mysterious classmate who reveals he's 108.
Hit it, Ryan.
I wrote down Princess Diaries.
You know what I wrote down?
What?
Max
Max
Keeble's
Keeble's big move, and then what?
Twilight.
When the
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
After my time.
He's a 108-year-old vampire. Okay, so how many did you get right? How many did you get wrong? Who won?
I got 8 out of 12.
I got 1, 2, 3,
You got
4,
0.
5, 6, 7, 8 out of 12.
guys No, you did
not. Let me
You
see
You
that.
guys are always tying.
Hold on, let me try to find a tiebreaker real
1,
quick.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it. And you did have Karate Kid Jaden version. You didn't just put Jaden a
Jaden Smith joint. I should have.
Thanks for playing. Armando, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You'll have to
I wanted to beat you though.
Yeah,
we
I'm
look
better.
we look forward to seeing your adventures in Austin.
None of those were The Money Pit. That's the only moving movie I know.
And
None of them were Max Keeble's big move.
and
All
I'll probably see you next at probably RTX maybe.
Yeah, that might be it.
yeah, that'll be so fun.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
a great time.
And you can come over to my new place.
The co-op?
Yeah.
I'd love
Yeah.
to go back and visit.
Yeah, and you can get tickets to RTX. By the way, they're on sale now. I think y'all missed the early bird sale, but you can get them. We're excited because a bunch of us here are gonna go.
Yep.
And anything else from
Yeah.
anybody?
We'll see you at the Wiener Schnitzel, dog.
Yeah, with our shrimp po' boys.
Hell yeah.
All right. See you guys next week.
See you next
Bye.
week. Peace.